Just one guy
who has been. He's one of two guys who has been available to actually come into the building. Because everyone else that we want is in the playoffs. So there's that. Yeah. So you feel good. But, you know, we might want Marcus. We might want Marcus Freeman, but
I ain't gonna lie, I would like Marcus if they put him in the show.
But Marcus Freeman has a playoff game to play. He's got a championship.
Everybody's winning right now.
Fighting Irish. Here we go. Go Irish.
I'm going to overlook the guy with the 12th most winningest coach in NFL history for a guy in college right now.
You want to know what
makes perfect sense? That makes perfect sense. That's the Chicagoan in us. Just dumb.
This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say.
12, 11.
You're going to somebody who's
come on, dog.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No, here's what I said about Marcus Freeman. It's what I did say. College is no longer college sports. College is professional sports.
The NIL stuff. And
he has to run a $14 million budget and divvy it up to players.
Yep.
He's paying people to come to college. You're now so like. For me, college coaches being viewed as, well, they're not going to know how to deal with guys with money and egos. I think that's dead now. NIL killed all of that. And Marcus Freeman is thriving in that and shouldn't be. Notre Dame was not supposed to be here, and he's getting the most out of it. I think that a conversation with Marcus Freeman, I would rather have him because he's younger. I think he's long-term, and I think how he pulled that organization together is something we do need here. And I see him do it as a head coach.
Okay, fine, but
that's all I
give me
my
McCarthy.
I don't want that guy.
How many college games you watched this year?
Not
exactly. There we
go.
Enough.
Not enough to care. Not enough to care.
Hey man, let's keep this thing moving along.
He's a leader of men.
In the show and love. Hit that like you said. What?
He's a leader of men.
I don't know. I don't know if I got leader of men for him.
Yeah, he's a leader of men.
He
got
6 kids.
He did.
Chicago Bears.
He did because when old boy left to go to LSU, forget the name of the coach went to LSU. He came in and said he's a leader of men.
No, not Ogeron.
Brian Kelly.
Kelly.
Brian Kelly. But no, let's finish it out with this, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love. We got the divisional round of the playoffs coming here, and something the Chicago Bears are not in. Everybody be cool and relax. Everybody, no violence. We're all good in the chat. Thank you. Hit that like button on your way out. No, I'm just playing. Let's start it off here, though. Let's give our predictions for this game because I think there's a lot of good games. This is one of the best playoffs I've seen in a long time. This is lining up to be, I should say. It all could end in blowouts, but when I see these team names, I'm excited. And there's not a single team in here that's like the 7-9 team that snuck through that makes me want to just go, why'd you keep going here? Your Cinderella story is about to get destroyed. Let's start it off here. Number 4, Houston Texans versus the number 1 Kansas City Chiefs. What are your thoughts on this game?
Chiefs gonna win.
Thanks, Joe. What you love that deep in-depth breakdown there. That was phenomenal. So glad that we got a show.
There's more than it came from.
I'm so glad we have this entire show.
There's more. Oh, no, you know what? I mean, they're home.
You gave your assessment already. Yeah, what you got?
I'm gonna go with the upset.
I didn't know you were coming to me first.
We always go to you.
Pause.
Not my fault. Sorry.
Pause.
Let me redeem.
No do-overs. You gotta go last.
Now you gotta go.
You gotta go last. You gotta go last.
All right. So my in-depth analysis.
Here we go.
Listen, I'm going for the upset mainly because I think KC has not had enough challenges this season. I think seriously, we looked at this. We did this on the Eye of the Storm.
Yeah.
Realistically, you look at the best games. It was earlier in the season. Then they played a bunch of whack teams. So I think this is going to be a real challenge for him. I think CJ Stroud proved that he can bounce back. It's going to be good.
Chris said, back to you, Pat.
What I mean is, outside of their own challenges, is they've had multiple injuries throughout the year, and they're still at the top of like They only
lost 2 games because they sat everybody down.
Yeah, like Kansas City is still Kansas City. They're still going to find a way to win, which is why you don't bet against them. You don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. If Calvin was here, what do you do? The goat noise? You don't vote against him, especially against a Houston team that has had many ups and downs. You've seen CJ Stroud kind of go through ebbs and flows this season. It's good that they got to this point, but no, this is it for Houston. Chiefs are going to win in a blowout.
What you got? Drew?
Blowout?
You dang right.
Well, let's see. Like Joel, one word answer. No, I'm just playing. No, I got Goat Mahomes. You know, Houston's got a good, solid defense. They got their two edge rushers. They got their two edge rushers are going to give Kansas City's tackles trouble all game long. But the difference is you got Goat Mahomes back there. It's going to hit Kelsey in the middle repeatedly. And they said Kelsey did an interview this week and said that he's not feeling the way he used to feel. So it's potential this to be Kelsey's last year. So they're going to go and try to go up on top, in my opinion.
Oh, listen, they're trying to win 3 in a row. Joel, what you got? What you got? You got a breakdown now? You prepared?
Yes. Thank you.
There we go.
No, I would say that with them almost having 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much took weeks 18 or whatever week off, plus the bye week. So I think that they're healthy and they're home. I don't see the Texans going in there and beating them. I think, they might give them a fight, but for the most part, that Kelsey Mahomes connection is dangerous. Mm-hmm. And we don't know if the rookie's going to come through more. What's the rookie? The little fast guy. He comes
Xavier Worthy.
Worthy.
We'll see.
If he ends up,
that'd be interesting. He finally breaks out.
They got Hollywood Brown back.
To use him.
They could.
They got Hollywood Brown back.
I think.
And Rasheed Rice.
They got DeAndre Hopkins.
Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice is out still.
But even with D-Hop, and then of course the defense is going to do its thing too. Like I just think them being off now. Will they be?
And
rusty?
D-Hop might finally know the offense because he had a week off.
That's right. That's right.
He might actually know where he's supposed to be.
What might hurt them is that they have another slow start.
Yeah,
because they've been notorious for that. So. With them being off 2 weeks, do they, start off slow and then eventually, kick it in high gear by the third and fourth quarter?
Yeah, I'm with Jordan. I will never bet against Kansas City. I'll be late to that party. It's like betting against Tom Brady. People want to bet against Tom Brady post NFL career. He's never gonna get the coach. Yeah. They talk about him going there. So I'm never betting against goats. How does he do it in this league? Nope. And here's the thing. I said this all season, and I think the last 3 games of the season kind of showed that. I don't think they gave a rat's what about the regular season this year. I think they absolutely knew we're going to get in the playoffs. It does not matter how we get in the playoffs. Yes, they're close games. Yes, they're close wins. At the end of the game, here's one way you can look at it. They almost lost 15 games, and they won all of them. They almost lost 15 games, and they won all of them. And I'm supposed to bet against that team? Absolutely not. I got Kansas City all the way. I got Kansas City three-peating this thing.
Three-peating?
I got Kansas City being the first team to
three-peat. I don't know if I got a three-peating.
I want to see. I
got to win it.
I'll say this.
I got to win it.
As of today.
Hey, if he pull off a three-peat, can he do the Jordan pitcher?
Yeah.
Pull off a three-peat. Can he do the Jordan pitcher? Cigar in the mouth with the three. Yeah. That's freaky in football, bro. Yeah. That's freaky in football.
As it stands today, though, the Houston Texans have the second highest rated defense, which would be the best defense Kansas City has played all season.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but if you scheme well and you have time, if a good coach.
You want to know whose defense was better than this?
The Minnesota.
No, the Ravens, who they throttled last year.
Yeah, the playoffs difference.
You know what I mean? You got to be there. You got to be there. Yeah. But I got KC. Look at let's look at this next game. Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, the number 1 team. But is it up? Is it still 18, 19 guys on IR just on the defensive side?
Hey, look this up.
It's like 22 guys on IR.
They got Knuckles back. Knuckles back.
And me and Kid talked about that. Yeah. David Montgomery's back.
Dude, that dude found a way to heal himself.
Hey, he did the Kobe.
He got Wolverine. Yeah, he went and got some stem. That's legal here now, though.
Bro.
Is it stem cells?
I think the stem cells is legal here now. But do you feel like Detroit pulls this one off and keeps this one going versus the Washington Commanders? Take your Bears bias out of it, because I've seen a lot of Bears fans is like, I'm all in on Detroit, and I'm like, that's nasty work. First off, second off, it's nobody on defense to stop Jaden. There's nobody left.
That's the thing. He's such an X factor. Like,
kid is good
because they have a chance. Because do you trust that Detroit's not going to gamble or get down? And then I'm sorry, I'm still not a Jared Goff like believer. I think he's insulated.
I think Dan is going to be the reason they lose if they lose.
Dark Mind said if Brady lost his wife to a karate man, then he could definitely lose out on Ben Johnson.
Ooh, that's dirty. Wow. That's dirty.
Wow. That's a wild joke.
What a hole. That's dark. I don't know if I should laugh at that one. Jesus.
Oh,
That hurts.
Brady got the power to shut us down. We
Hey,
gonna move on.
hey, Brady done took some L's to some of the most lamest dudes.
Hey,
Nick
all Brady's
Foles,
L's is the lame dudes, bro.
Foles, some random karate instructor.
All the elite mugs, he dubbing up.
Eli Manning.
He don't take them seriously. The
He
guy
he loses to mid guys.
How he lose to the worst of the Manning brothers?
He loses to mids.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
You don't see it coming.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's the problem.
Well, he lost to that defense.
You
That
don't-
defense
you don't
was
see
kicking
it
his butt.
Yeah.
That defense was kicking his butt. But what's your thoughts on this game? Washington versus Detroit Lions, kid.
Oh, I'm going Lions. Mainly because I don't want to deal with the Jaden versus Caleb conversation of Jaden wins.
That's
I'm
what
not
I
even
said.
gonna lie.
That's what I said.
I'm
Don't
not
let
gonna
your
lie.
Bears bias sneak in there.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't want to deal with it because it's going to be a defensive game.
Yeah.
It's going to be that. But no, I think the Lions are going to do it. I honestly got the Lions being the team, like I think you said, coming out of the NFC. So
What you got?
I have the Lions. This is not biased because Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson are still there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
They have not been
nothing
hired
has
yet.
changed for me. So the Lions still had. They got David Montgomery back, which is going to be a really big piece as far as their run game and controlling this time of possession. I think that's what's going to win them the game against Jaden Daniels. Yes, he's a special talent. Yes, they are on a bit of a heater, but you're going to run into a brick wall with Detroit on all cylinders. So, yeah.
What you got, Joel?
he said, "I'm genuinely surprised to learn that P Kid doesn't like Nick Foles."
That actually makes sense.
Do you not like Nick Foles?
I don't.
Why?
He might be the middest quarterback because he won a
He's the
Super
best
Bowl.
mid you ever seen.
He's the mid god. How do you not like the mid god?
First off, you're disrespecting Kirk Cousins. All right,
Kirk ain't won a Super Bowl.
Kirk ain't even been out the first round.
Like he actually won the Super Bowl.
but we know Nick. Nick was along for the ride.
No, he was not.
He wasn't. He got the Eagles to
the Super Bowl. Hold on.
He got one good game.
Hold on.
What?
We're not gonna do that.
All right, okay.
He had 3 good games.
Go rewatch that playoff.
I did rewatch. He had,
Okay.
I watched it.
Rewatch
He had
that
3
playoff
good
series.
games. I got it. He's never did it again.
He definitely never did.
He never did it
You're right about
again.
that, but that 1 year was special. It was all him.
It's like Mark Sanchez beating up like
Bro,
he
it's
had
like
one
Eli
good
Manning
game.
winning
Bro,
that Super
bro.
Bowl.
No, he did it again though.
Hey, we gotta get back on track.
Do it again.
We gotta get back on
He
track.
had a 4-year
We gotta get back on
run.
track. We gotta get back on
He had a
track.
4-year run when he looked elite.
Hold up.
We gotta get back on track.
He's got a statue.
That's because they are a trash
That's a
organization.
mid god. The Philadelphia Eagles.
They have the city. First of all, they have a statue of a guy who's not even real.
Yeah, but
Rocky?
Rocky was iconic.
Yeah,
Rocky Marciano?
Rocky was iconic.
No, Rocky, the movie.
Rocky, the
movie.
No, I know. I'm saying Rocky Marciano.
No,
was
they
real.
don't have him.
The
statue is not of him.
Rocky's based
I
on.
know.
Sylvester
I know
Stallone
it's
has
some
a
Sylvester.
has a
Yeah, I know it's
statue.
some
Let's get back on
Sylvester.
track here.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna pick the Lions, but I really feel like there's gonna be a dogfight for them against the Commanders because they have nothing to lose. And I think that they're gonna get beat up a little bit. Hopefully, they're able to come out of that game healthy. If they're not all the way healthy, they might limp into that second round if they end up going against who I think would be the winner of. I think the Eagles for next week.
Drew, what you got?
I got Detroit in the blowout. Philly's defense, not Philly, sorry, Washington's defense is not as elite as people put it up to. I think the offense is just going to steamroll them because they had a couple weeks to get healthy, and now they're just going to go.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I'm going Washington.
Okay.
You son of a gun.
Mostly because I hate Detroit. But
Don Burr.
You
what
just
Don
said
Burr's gonna
no
get you.
bias show.
Don Burr's going to get you.
no, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Love's
I
gonna
think
get you.
that it's
Hey, he wants
Mm.
Ben Johnson
Bird's
to get
gonna
out
get
the, he wants Ben Johnson to lose so we
Don's
can
gonna
interview
get
him
you.
earlier.
so we can interview him
Hey,
quickly.
we can,
Yeah,
get this
100%.
all done.
Get
dude.
this
Like,
done. Get
let's
this
done
over with so we
quickly.
can get these interviews. No, honestly, I think that it's going to be an offensive explosion. I think this is going to be one of the most entertaining games.
Mm.
But the one thing that I can't take away from Jaden Daniels as a rookie is that he has been ridiculously clutch.
Yep.
In moments, he's been lucky, right? But he has driven you down the field, put you in a position to win games, and won them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if this comes down to the ball is in his hand at the end of the day in an offensive dogfight, give me the Commanders. I do think this comes down to whoever has the football last, though. I think we're talking like I'm dead serious. Like this could be like a 38-42 game.
Oh,
I
yes.
feel like it's
Yes.
more about.
I
who
think
doesn't make the
there's
mistake.
nobody on that defensive side that can stop Jaden.
Right, because the whole point is that they have nothing to lose.
Hey, they got the what's name back. They got the linebacker. What's his name?
That's great. He can't catch him.
But he's a good coverage guy. What's his name?
If Jaden throws interceptions, that will kill you. But I don't know. I think that this is going to be
Auxiliary question.
Go ahead.
Is this Does this game make or break your opinion on Aaron Glenn?
No, Aaron Glenn has nothing left to work with. My opinion on Aaron Glenn is he has tried his best.
He's got the most out of what he is.
And tried to get the most out of what he is. There's nothing left. You literally have 18 dudes on IR.
He won the last couple.
Everybody, you got to think about that.
The defense won the last 2 games, though.
They stumped Green Bay.
At the end of it, the defense
Green
won
Bay
the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Where that last game? Who was the last game?
Last game's
Green Bay was
Minnesota.
the
Green Bay was like
Last game was Minnesota.
No, they
Vikings.
cooked the
Who's falling
Vikings.
apart?
It was Vikings. not
Right.
Green Bay,
They
Vikings.
beat Green Bay, then they beat Minnesota. The defense is playing well.
If they figure it out,
Minnesota.
if
Yes,
They
they
did
did.
too. Minnesota's the last game of the season.
That's what we have to talk about.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Detroit ain't played another game.
No, you're right.
But no, I just
They destroyed them boys.
listen. If the defense surprises me and they come out and they kill them, I'll be wrong. But 18, a lot of dudes, bro. You got to think. My whole starting unit that I scouted, dead.
I
The
will,
6 dudes that I was like, these are my best backups, dead.
Yeah.
I will say
That's
this.
tough, bro.
When you look at that Vikings game, as much time as Sam had, those routes were just really long. Jaden is running.
Long routes, bro. Yeah, Jaden
is running.
Jaden not standing in that pocket.
And we don't talk about that, but those routes, they set that boy up to die.
Well, he also effed himself up. He was holding on. By the time he started getting hit, he started holding on to the football too long.
Yeah.
Sam did it to himself a couple of times, and Kevin, I think, plays a part in that as well.
Yeah.
Let's get to these last 2 games here. Los Angeles Rams versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be my favorite game to watch because the upset is coming, boys.
Rams.
Give me the Rams.
I
Give
can
me
see
the Rams. I got Rams in the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen.
Stafford's
Iguodala.
that guy.
Give me Iguodala. Matt Stafford,
Wow.
when the pressure's on, is an absolute
He
monster.
don't miss.
And I think that the fact that, remember last year, right? They made a nice run in the playoffs last year,
Mhm.
but injuries couldn't get to the quarterback. A lot of things played a part in them getting knocked out at the end. Jared Verse has got one of the best pass rush win rates in
Young,
the
up
NFL.
and coming. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We
Jared
know.
Verse.
We know.
Jared Verse.
Yeah.
Jared Verse?
Verse.
Oh,
Yeah,
Verse.
Verse.
Yeah.
Just double check.
You want to cry?
VERS.
You want to cry?
Oh,
You got tears? You
I
got
mean, it was a
tears?
lot
I'm
more
not
to
crying.
work there, too.
See, you cry for a running back, but not for an elite defensive end. See, I don't get you, dog. That don't make no sense, man.
Come on, you seen what Saquon
Nobody worried about what Saquon doing,
Saquon's
man.
cold, man. He got him into this. They're number 2. That's Saquon.
It is Saquon.
One of the
I ain't
best-
gonna, I ain't gonna lie to you.
One of the
AJ
best, one of the
AJ
best
Brown.
lines in the league. though.
AJ, well, it is one of the best
AJ
lines in the league.
Yeah, but
it's
he-
probably the best line in the
one of the
league.
best running backs going to the best line. To your point,
Yeah.
I think that the Rams could win because if they go up and basically eliminate or
weapons.
minimize Saquon from running, because the whole point is that if unless Hurts has an amazing game, or that Eagles defense has to really stifle the Rams offense, they're going to be in trouble because Stafford and them can throw that ball. They have a running game.
And they throw it quick.
And they have a good defense.
They throw
It's not even
quick.
Verse. It's Braden Fisk. There's a
Braden
couple
Fisk,
guys on that
yeah.
squad who's another 3rd round pick that we talked. We scout all these guys. We were
If that game turns
We
into a
liked a
shootout,
lot of the Rams dudes that they
Yeah,
picked.
Brady-
And
No,
the Bears
we
don't
liked
get none of
them.
them. We
The point was
liked a lot of these
I think
dudes.
we thought Braden Fisk was going to the Packers in our prediction, like if I thought a while ago.
he was like the point was
I
where
think
we
you're
were
right on
picking.
that.
We
Yeah.
couldn't have got him anyways, but we didn't necessarily need a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
The issue was we needed offensive lineman and defensive lineman.
Yeah.
And my whole point was I wanted all, and then if we couldn't get them, then we got moved down.
Yeah, there we go. We know what your point was.
I hope that
Uh,
game
what you
turns
got?
into a shootout. I got the Rams.
Got the Rams on that
I
one?
got the Rams.
It seems like everybody in on Rams. JC, what you got?
I'm just
Oh,
not a Philly
I'm
guy.
following suit. This is the closest game I think will be out of the 4 in the division round. Rams.
Now,
Sean McVay, Super Bowl winning
the
coach.
Eagles,
Yeah.
I don't
Watch,
know about
watch
that
they
one.
get their heads kicked in.
the
by
Eagles
40.
can run all over them.
That is potentially
if
true.
they take-
I ain't gonna lie. You could
If-
get whooped.
If the Eagles control the clock, then they can possibly beat these dudes because now the
Yeah.
Rams got to throw the ball.
Yeah,
This
but
is
that's
gonna
what
be a
they
tough
want.
That's
game.
what they
That's
wanna
what they
do.
want to be. They
Yeah.
don't want to run it. They want
Yeah.
to throw it. What
Yeah.
you were saying, JC?
No. Potentially, I agree. That is the only way I see the Rams losing is if somehow, some way, Saquon just runs all over him. I mean, you get Smith involved. You get obviously AJ Brown involved. They got some really big weapons on Philly, and then their defense is still pretty good. So we'll see. I got Rams though.
That's what I want to say. I'm going to go for the Eagles as long as AJ, if he's not a distraction. Like a lot of times when those guys, like the head cases, like in Pittsburgh, like the guys are not playing
The
to the
divas.
team in the
Yeah.
scheme of things. If they are all locked in, they can definitely beat them. They're at home. So I'm gonna switch and say the Eagles can win.
Oh, switching it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I was gonna say,
But
are
I'm
you
not
going with
surprised.
the Eagles
I'm going with
or
the
are you all right.
Eagles.
Drew, who you got?
Drew, you got.
I got actually I got the Eagles because They're gonna run. Saquon is gonna run because the only
Bad pick.
the
Number
only
2 team in the NFL.
right. The only I want to take the Rams. I like the Rams. Don't get me wrong. I like the Rams, but I don't think the Rams are going to be able to force the Eagles into be only one-sided, because the only way the Rams win is if the Eagles have to throw. Like the Rams have to be a 14, so they no longer can rely on the run. So if they don't do that, which I don't think they're going to be able to with the Eagles being at home, the Eagles are just going to win.
It's a good matchup.
Yeah,
this is
this is
probably
a
one of
great
the
matchup.
better matchups between or the Bills and Ravens.
That's
I
the
think
best
that's the one
matchup.
for me.
That's the matchup
That's the
got
one
me
for me.
tingly, ladies
Ooh,
and gentlemen.
tingly.
Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are at home 13-4.
Yeah.
Baltimore 12-5.
That's the Homer. That's the Homer.
At
Homer
home
drool.
for the Bills. I gotta go for the Ravens, man.
You think he does it?
I think it's put up or shut up. This is it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get dang near a third MVP. You got King Henry. The defense is clicking. You got the tight end is finally starting to catch passes, and they Mark Andrews like. Now, what made me nervous
Isaiah
was
Likely
last
too.
game.
Isaiah Likely
too.
Murdered again.
Yeah,
But
he
what
is
made me-
stiff
that
on
was
the mess
so
out of
funny.
somebody.
What made me nervous?
Dribbled his head off the thing.
What made me nervous was that how they were using Lamar. They were running him a lot. He got dinged up
That's what he
last
does.
game.
Yeah, but
No, he got that Joker was mincing and wincing in terms of like he got hit. So I'm hoping that he's 100%.
He'll be all right.
Well, hopefully, you be all right, beat.
Yeah.
Cats get here every day, beat. Get some noodle soup. I'm hoping that he's able to be Lamar because he got hit. He got beat
It
up.
is
last
Lamar.
week, but he got beat up.
He's the
last
only quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards and rush for 800 yards.
4,000
And
yards,
look,
bro.
and
week. Yeah,
look,
but that's really more like a 4.
that is Lamar.
I'm just saying though, he got beat up last. I'm
No,
hoping if he's 100%, we good. I'm picking the Ravens.
No, I get you, but I'm just saying, like, running is Lamar. Literally, why they lost last year is because he
He
wouldn't
didn't
run.
run.
What I'm saying is
One
he
of
got hurt.
One of the games that they lost this year when his mama cussed him
Mama
out.
said you better run your.
It's because everybody's standing back there. He can't find nobody open. He trying to play quarterback and he not running.
I hear you.
That is Lamar.
Mhm.
I think you utilize him for who he is. And to me, I will say this. I'm going Bills here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I let history decide.
I'm going.
Buffalo has made it to the AFC title game. Buffalo has beaten defenses that are similar to what the Ravens are this season.
Yeah.
Josh Allen has been a monster. I love Lamar. I want him to win.
Mhm.
I want him to get the job done. You got to prove me wrong. You got to show me that you can get the job done, because when these tough matchups have happened in the playoffs, Lamar Jackson has not been the Lamar Jackson that we know. If you go out there and you look like the dude that we've seen all season, where you're dropping back, you're looking like one of the best passing quarterbacks in the NFL, definitely the best dual threat quarterback I've ever seen in my life, then yeah, I think Baltimore wins this game. But when you get into the playoffs, doing it before matters. Think about San Francisco last year in the Super Bowl. You got down to that last drive and it was just like, yeah. Oh, you mean we need our star defensive players to know what it's like to be in the most clutch moment of the season? All right, we're good. We got it. We win. Brock Purdy's finna die. And he died. Finna die. Like,
Well, they got
playoff
hurt.
experience just matters.
I don't know. Buffalo, I'd like them.
I would
I'm
like
going for the
Baltimore to win.
I'm gonna go for the Ravens.
I will be rooting for Baltimore. I believe that Buffalo will end up
I'm
winning.
going Baltimore simply because this is the best team they've had since they've acquired Lamar Jackson. This is the best Lamar has looked. The way that you can actually play off of that RPO now is dangerous. You actually got to see that last game. It's just it's a two-headed monster in the sense of you don't know who's going to run the ball. Lamar doesn't have to take all the punishment. Oh, guess what? You want to make him a passer? Great. It's one of the best passers this league.
Yeah.
They just,
This season.
only
Oh.
4 interceptions the whole year.
4 interceptions? Oh, just only 41 touchdowns.
Three, right?
That was 4.
No, it's 4.
It's 41
It
and
was
4.
4. He's 4, but he had a crap ton of fumbles
Hey,
though.
41 and 4. Oh, just one of the best passes this in today's
And
league.
three, no,
That's
three
crazy.
is
And three of them
it's
went on him.
4. 3 of them are literally his receivers going, oh, skid. Oh, there it is.
So you mean to tell me he's deadly accurate now?
Yeah.
This too? Like,
Yeah.
oh, and he's slinging appeal?
Well, he's
Guess
getting
what?
better.
No, I'm going with that guy. I talked a lot of trash about Lamar, but I also said when he proved me wrong, I gotta admit I was wrong.
I mean,
Last 2 seasons, the last 2 seasons.
he was proving you wrong.
No, he wasn't. He was
No,
sitting there throwing
what's the
2,800
dude-
yards
what's-
winning MVPs. I didn't understand it.
what's-
I didn't understand it. I didn't think he should have deserved it.
2,800 yards, 1,200 rush.
No, I wouldn't take that guy
Okay.
over.
All right.
What's the dude from the Bronx Tale? We gotta remember. So whoever he likes, we can't.
We don't pick that
We
guy.
don't pick that guy?
Whatever kid.
Oh,
Whatever
turn the tickets
team
up.
kid like, we don't pick it.
Get him out
I'm
of the
going
room.
Ravens, baby. I think Lamar gonna do it.
What you got, JC?
I'm with PK. I'm gonna be honest with you. For all the right reasons, all the same reasons I should say. I think that running attack, if it gets going, you cannot stop Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, along with the other running backs as well, because they have a really good offensive line now. They've invested in the offensive line.
Yep.
It's just a really good overall team. Lamar is a better pocket passer, and that's clear based off of the season. Call me crazy. I think the Ravens are going to do it and win the championship.
Ooh,
I got
you got
them
them going
going
all the way.
I got them going
You
all
got
the way.
them beating the Bills and the Chiefs.
And I guarantee you,
Well,
this
I'm not gonna lie to
will
you.
kill the narrative of a mobile quarterback or a dual threat quarterback, the likes of Lamar Jackson, winning anything.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Yeah, he
Russell
would.
Wilson would be the first.
No,
Second.
Russell Wilson wasn't running like this.
No. I'm talking about just.
Well, how many yards did he run for that season?
Russell Wilson probably had maybe.
No.
500
I'm not
rushing
comparing
yards.
Russell.
Yeah,
It would be
no,
like
that's-
Cam Newton. I'm
yeah.
not comparing him from that. standpoint.
Cam was probably the best one that would have had a shot at it,
Mhm.
where you would have said dual threat. Cam only had one season over 4,000 yards his whole career.
Yeah.
I did watch that clip of Cam breaking that dude's nose though.
Bust.
Hey,
He broke
that's
him
terrifying.
up.
That's
big-
terrifying, bro.
That giant human coming after you like that.
Cam Newton is scary, bro. Like
He's huge.
if he snaps, it's over. Like you just got to be like, oh, I'm gonna die. That's great. Drew, what you got in this final game?
Man, this is going to be one of
Tough
the
one,
games of the centuries.
Yeah.
Because I love how Josh Allen has been, he's been under the radar as an MVP because they expected him to continue his. It is. Let me fill it out. He's been under the radar because they didn't expect him to have such a good season because he lost so much on the offensive side and the defensive side. So they thought he was going to have a mid-year. This guy had an MVP year. So coming into the season, they thought he was going to be below. He changed that narrative around. I always have liked Lamar because I want him to break that running narrative. So as a black man, that unfortunately we get labeled like that, and this would be the turning point.
Yeah.
But Lamar always fails in the big when the lights shine bright. So I'm going Buffalo on the upset because they're gonna make him be a passer, and they're gonna shut down the run. So I'm taking Buffalo on the upset.
Is it an upset?
To win? It's upset
I don't know.
because
It's
yes, it is
Buffalo-
because the Baltimore is labeled right now the best team in the league offensively and defensively as totality.
Ravens -1, even though they're at.
Ravens -1, so it's even money pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I want? I want the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl
That'd be
just to
amazing.
prove Pat wrong that running back lives do matter. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley going to those
But
teams
Derrick Henry-
transform.
hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Derrick Henry make it
Derrick
to the
Henry
Super Bowl.
different. Derrick Henry different.
I
Henry
wanted
brings
one
the
of those
Super Bowl.
difference makers.
Did you see him run
Derrick
over
Henry is
dude last
different.
week?
He looks
Yeah.
good,
He
man.
ran over
you
that
take
guy
Derrick
like he
over
was a piece of
Saquon.
paper.
Y'all understand me, right?
I'm
Like,
just asking.
No, we don't.
I
We don't.
have-
We don't understand.
It's only
No,
four
I don't
understand.
running backs he paid.
I got 5 in
Five.
history.
There you go.
I only
in
wanted to
history.
take one
In
of them.
history. And it's because
Okay.
every single
you got?
one of them
Who you got?
was amazing with no offensive line.
You already know one of
I
them.
only
Walter
wanted
Payton.
one of them.
Walter
Walter
Payton,
Payton. Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders,
Adrian Peterson?
Adrian
Adrian
Peterson.
Peterson. And then two of them playing right now.
Those are the guys I want.
Who?
Derrick?
Derrick.
Oh, you don't have Saquon?
No.
You know how to say one?
Oh.
Saquon didn't
I
have
know
no.
the fourth
Saquon
one.
didn't have
I
no
know what it is. I
line.
know
No
what the fifth one
no
is.
line at the
Saquon's
Giants.
Saquon was amazing his first year with no line. He was phenomenal. He was amazing. And then he just got broken down by it.
Wait, who
He's looking
So
pretty
who's
good
your
in
who's the
Philly.
fifth guy?
I always struggle with this one because
That's
I always struggle with this one because like I always say you gotta throw LaDainian Tomlinson in there
Oh yeah.
because he
Not
was
over
so ridiculous.
Not over
I
Marshall
won a
Falk.
few HFL
Not over Falk.
championships with
Huh?
not of a Falk though. I
But
like
see,
him.
that
I like
was
him, but
the other
not
guy I
over
was going to
Falk.
bring up. That was the other guy I was going to bring up. But Marshall Falk was somebody who did have the offensive lines to open things up for him. But
was a
he
dual
also
threat.
would like look a linebacker in the eye and be like, "Come here." Just- all right, yeah, I'm gonna keep going this way though. Like those are the two where I'm always like LT is the one I lean towards most.
Thomas was the problem.
But I Marshall Falk always sneaks in there. Hey, honorable mention, if I had 6, I would say Marshall Faulk is in there for me as well.
Not to drag this whole thing out, because I know we're really not talking about best running backs, but Le'Veon Bell doesn't come up there for you guys?
No,
not even.
With the way he ran his
He fell
patience
off.
behind
No.
any kind of line?
He
No.
didn't do it
In
again.
his
after he
heyday.
He-
In his
no.
heyday. In the Pittsburgh days.
He messed himself up when he took
Beast
those
mode's
years
a
off.
problem, too.
Okay. All right.
Beast Mode is my favorite running back of
Yeah,
all time.
Marshawn
wanna
is
say,
one of my
you-
favorites.
Beast Mode is legitimately my favorite running back of all time. No,
Yep.
I would not.
What about dude from the Oilers,
Oh, Earl
Ed
Campbell?
George?
Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell.
Oh.
Earl
I-
Campbell.
oh.
He
I would
was
say
a
yes, but I
beast.
didn't
He
really
wasn't
know.
my
We
time.
had to go back.
I
I'm not
never
even
watched
that
Earl
guy.
Campbell.
You got-
The
you gotta
problem
watch
is he
Earl.
has whole
I
You
don't
gotta
know,
watch
Eddie
Earl.
George.
Earl
Okay.
Earl's
Trust me,
career.
I watched Earl Campbell.
His career got cut
We
short.
talking
If
about
he
favorites. Still, go ahead.
if he didn't have as much injuries, he would have been up there too.
Well, but
I
I
was
mean,
thinking
listen,
Dickerson
I
while they were
gotta
talking.
if we talk about injuries, right? Because guys, if we add in guys that got cut short, I would pay Gale Sayers before I paid any of these motherfuckers.
Oh, he was good too.
Well,
I would pay Gale Sayers before I paid anybody that I just listed.
Take a
He
shot.
was-
We went
He,
back.
We are
was like a
forgetting Bo
gazelle.
Jackson.
He ran like a gazelle.
We're forgetting Bo.
Bo knows.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bo
we
was
are forgetting
Bo was
Bo.
serious.
I would.
Bo was the
Jackson's a
first.
problem.
Bo was
Yeah,
the
I would
first.
pay Bo.
He was so strong.
He was
He
was Henry.
Yeah.
He was Henry before Henry was
He
Henry.
was.
No,
Henry.
he was Adrian Peterson mixed with Henry with everything else. That dude was
He was
insane.
an animal.
Bo was a monster.
Yeah.
Fam, I still can't get over him breaking a bat over his knee.
Yeah, and didn't break his
that's
leg.
Your
crazy.
quads are
That's
as
nuts.
big as
Broke
your
a
Didn't break
bat
his
over
leg.
his knee, and
That's
didn't break his
crazy.
leg, bro. And I'm talking about like a toothpick.
And
swung
then,
and
and then ran like under 4 after that.
bro, he was nuts. Bro.
He was fat. He ran under
was
4.
nuts.
I didn't mean
not
for
under
us
4.
to go
He
down
ran
this-
4.
This rabbit hole. My
That's
point
all right.
is,
We
I
all
just
made
wanted
our
to
picks.
troll you
We all
that
made our picks.
I'd love to see both running backs make it to the Super Bowl.
I would.
Yeah, you know
I
that.
would. I would say
You know that ain't
the
Ravens and
I don't know if we're putting it more on Derrick Henry than we are on Lamar Jackson.
I'm just saying, but they help. It helps that they get there, and all of a sudden they've elevated
It
both their
helps.
squads.
I never said it didn't help.
I'm just saying.
I just said you could find guys.
running
that
back lives matter. That's
Do you feel like Josh Allen's window is closing? Like
No.
it's closed?
No.
I look at him.
No, they
Josh Allen-
retooled.
Josh Allen's 27 years
retooled.
old.
I
I
look
know
at
he's
him as
27, but you know, like some people get the opportunity to be at the big game a lot of times, and they just keep coming up
Josh
short.
Allen is like the Utah Jazz when it was the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Like,
he's
But see, football is so
Running that
different.
a perennial contender.
Football is so different. You are that guy until you.